Hey guys, Tactical. So this week's tip of the week is removing stitching or stuff on a bag or any piece of sewn gear that you have that you don't actually want. This is my Maxpedition Need Freak organizer, and it has this Powell's webbing attachment system on here, and just because of the way I use this bag, I don't need it, and it's kind of bulky, it adds weight, so I want to pull this off of here. So I'm going to show you two different techniques I usually use when I do this. So I'm going to adjust the camera so I can try to get a close-up view of this so you can actually see what I'm doing, and then come right back. Okay, so we got this one piece here, and just say I wanted to take this apart. It's got the little Velcro on the back side and your webbing on this side. Just say I wanted to separate the Velcro from the webbing. They make a specific tool for this, but I'm going to show you two different ways that I will do this. I'm going to take a knife and just get up underneath the stitching, and I'm going to try to pull one, just slice through one stitch. Okay, once I do that, I'll generally use a pair of fingernail clippers with a file because it's dull, and this is actually really good stitching. But I'll try to get up underneath the next stitch, which I just pushed that one in there. And that's not working. So another thing that I can do is come in here and try to force in. There we go. So I just forced in where I cut that stitch. I got my file in between and separated the stitching. So now I can come back over here and try to get up underneath this stitch. There we go. So hopefully you can see that. I just pulled that stitch through. And then all I'll do is start to work back and forth, just gradually coming over here, pulling the stitching through and separating the stitching. And hopefully I'm staying in frame with this. So then I can take my knife again and cut this one, and then come back, if I get my file in the right direction, and continue just to pull this stitching through. Okay, and then gradually I'll work through and start to separate the Velcro from the webbing. So that's one way of doing this. With this in particular piece though, you have several layers here, and then you have the main portion of the bag, like the actual side of the bag. And since there's this layer of webbing and this layer of webbing, this should be nice and easy for me. I'm just going to take my knife and go in between the two since I want both of these off. And just slice through the stitching in between these two layers that I want off. And then I'm just kind of pulling to open it up and just using my knife to separate out. Same thing on the top. Trying to keep this in frame, hopefully I am. Let's open. Then you can also, like, once you get it really loosened up like this, I'm just kind of pulling, and right there is a stitch. So I'm just cut that one. There's another one here. Cut that one. Kind of pull, open it up. This thing really does not want to come off though. Just speaks to my Expeditions quality. There we go. So that's off of there now. So I'll open this bag up, go on the inside, and sometimes you can kind of pull the stitching through like that. But I'll probably go on the inside and see if I can just, you know, pull all of this out in one foul swoop. But anyway, that's how you kind of remove that. And now that I've got that off, I gotta decide this little piece right here, and we just lost power. That's awesome. Well, I guess that's gonna end this video. Till next time, guys. Bye.